Happy Tuesday, folks. Welcome to Wake Up Charlotte to Go, a little pocket-sized version of our 2.5-hour broadcast over on WCNC TV. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Carolyn Bruck. We're so happy that you're joining us. We do have a lot to get to this morning, but first, we want to get you the weather with Larry Sprinkle. And Larry, we've got some fog this morning.
That's the issue people are going to be dealing with this morning for a couple more hours. Patchy, even dense fog, so be aware. Put the low beams on. Here's the way it shapes up hour by hour. Mid-60s at 11 a.m. around the afternoon. We'll be anywhere about 74, 75 degrees. Clear skies around 10 o'clock tonight, a comfortable 64 degrees. So for today, we got the fog this morning, mid-70s this afternoon, more tomorrow. And then Thursday, heavy rain, even a couple of thunderstorms, potential for some flash flooding. Things clear out on Friday. And the weekend weather picture, a very cool 59 degrees on Halloween, low 60s Sunday into Monday next week. And that is your first one forecast.
Larry, thanks. Now turning to our day's top stories in our morning rush. CMS says more than 20 students and staff have tested positive for COVID-19. The district not releasing which schools those cases are from, but we do know they're among the 2,700 special needs and pre-K students currently in the buildings. This comes as CMS plans to welcome thousands of K-5 students back to class Monday.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Richard Devane here in Uptown. Today is the last day that you can request an absentee ballot to vote in this year's general election. First, you must be registered to vote. Then you must request that ballot, which comes from your county board of elections. Now, 5 o'clock is the deadline today, and if you miss it, you can still go and vote by early voting, or you can vote on election day.
Big changes coming for CMPD and the community. The city council just approving their Safe Charlotte plan. So there's a lot that's included in this plan, but overall the goal is to treat violence as a public health issue and not just a police issue. The measure passed unanimously.
Good morning. I'm Billie Jean Shaw outside of the United House of Prayer, where coronavirus cases continue to spike. According to the county, there are now more than 140 positive cases and 5 deaths linked to an event that was held at the church earlier this month.
A Panthers player being cut from the team after he was spotted dancing without a mask in a crowded restaurant. New video showing Josh Hawkins at Nico Japanese restaurant in South End. Hawkins is a member of the Panthers practice squad and hadn't played a regular season game since 2018. Head coach Matt Rule didn't give any specific reason for his removal from the team, saying the team leadership thought it was the best move.
Today, Justice Amy Coney Barrett will officially begin her role on the U.S. Supreme Court. And overnight, the Republican-led Senate voted to confirm her. She was sworn in at a late-night ceremony at the White House.
The oath that I have solemnly taken tonight means at its core that I will do my job without any fear or favor, and that I will do so independently of both the political branches and of my own preferences.
Justice Barrett taking the official oath at a private ceremony today, and Rachel Lundberg standing by. Reaction, Rachel, pouring in this morning after what was a very short confirmation process for the justice.
That's right. It took just 4 weeks to get Justice Barrett confirmed. And we want to know from you watching this what you think about this. So drop us a comment as we walk you through some of these comments from our big time local and state politicians and local leaders. So first, here's a comment from Representative Alma Adams. She called this appointment a disaster for women, people of color, and the LGBTQ community. And House Representative David Price says that the White House and Senate were more interested in the confirmation than they were saving lives during the pandemic. North Carolina Republicans, on the other hand, are praising this confirmation. Lieutenant Governor Dan Forest said this, called it a win for the rule of law. South Carolina Republicans also celebrating this morning, like Senator Lindsey Graham, who is the chair of the Judiciary Committee, which did confirm Barrett before she got to the full Senate vote. He called it a victory for conservative women, and South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster calls Barrett a conservative defender. So join the conversation. Use our hashtag WakeUpCLT to let us know what you think. Back to you guys.
Rachel, thanks. Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. We are now just a week away from the election. The pandemic, of course, changing a lot of things, including how we vote and when we may find out who won.
The pandemic means a lot of folks are voting by mail. That means there's a good chance we won't know who wins the presidency on election night. Let's connect the dots. Experts say as many as half of all votes in the U.S. are by mail this year. Counting those ballots takes a lot more time. All the states have different rules about when officials can start the process. In some states, like South Carolina, they can't count anything until Election Day. Major swing states like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania also have strict rules about when mail-in votes can be counted. That could mean big delays in figuring out which candidate wins those battleground states. In North Carolina, officials can start processing votes before Election Day. They just can't release the results until election night. The other big delay in calculating mail-in votes, most of them do not have to be in by Election Day. They just have to be postmarked by then, meaning lots of votes could pile up after Election Day. Experts say, set your expectations now. And that is Connecting the Dots.
And for all the conspiracy theorists out there, just know this. The results that you typically have seen on TV on election nights they've never been the official election results. They're projections based on early data and exit polls. So a week from tonight, when we come on the air and we say, hey, we don't have the final, that's perfectly normal, and it's, more importantly, perfectly expected. Just important to keep in mind.
Now to some stories to keep you and your family safe and sound today. So we are right in the middle of fall, but it turns out we're not really hitting what researchers say is the ideal fall temperature. In fact, scientists, they looked into this. It was a study, and they say that the perfect fall temperature is 53 degrees, precisely. They say it's warm enough to enjoy the weather, but it's cool enough for you to sport those sweaters and enjoy warm drinks and feel all fall-like.
All fall-like.
You know, cozy.
We love when you guys send us great ideas, and this is a perfect example. The Mead family in South Park creating a safe and very clever way to celebrate Halloween. Check this out. The Vending machine, as they're calling it, sort of like Transylvania and a vending machine all in one, lets you drive up, then text to ask for candy.
So cool.
The machine delivers your candy, then self-sanitizes as well. If you want to visit, we have all the details right now in our WCNC app. I mean, kudos to them.
It's so cool.
What would your parents have said if you said you wanted a candy vending machine made?
Well, they would have looked at me like, and if I said texting, that wasn't around when I know I'm like 21, Ben, but still.
Right.
All right, we want to see, do you have a creative way that you are going to pass out candy this year? Let us know. Use the hashtag WakeUpCLT. I want to visit that house because that seems just a cool experience, right?
It does.
And make sure you watch us each and every morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on Wake Up Charlotte. We love to have you.